Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode here on the PeerCraft server. So as you recall, in our last episode we set up this extreme reactor in the, I guess, third level of our base, we'll call it. B3 for basement 3, I guess, since we're taking elevators everywhere. So we just need to hook up a power reserve for this, because at the moment we've only got one or two capacitor banks, which just aren't going to be enough. This thing is going to generate way too much power to be able to be stored inside the capacitor banks that we're able to create right now. And I could automate capacitor banks like we've done with everything else, but the automation's causing just a little bit of lag on the server, so I want to stay away from automating much of anything else if we can. So we're going to make a Draconic power bank of sorts. So I forget what exactly this is called, but it's in here. So let's take a look. So yeah, basically it's just this energy core, but you need these stabilizers as well, which are right here. So I guess it's just called an energy core, and these are all pretty easy to make. We've got everything we pretty much need to do this. So we're going to get going just by placing down the redstone for this energy core. And I've already got the core itself up, and you can tear it down or tear it up just to kind of see. So this is the first one, and we can turn this on if we had stabilizers, but we don't, so we can't, so we won't. And we can just tear it up to tier 2, and this one only requires a little bit of draconium. Tier 3, a little bit more draconium, and then when we hit tier 4, it starts requiring redstone as well. So that's why we've got a bunch of redstone and a tiny bit of draconium on us. I don't know if we're going to be able to tier this up to tier 5. I believe we've got enough to tier it up to tier 4, though. It's 9 times 6, which is 54. So we've definitely got 54 blocks to do this. So the only issue we're going to run into is, do we have enough to do tier 5, which is the one I'd like to do. So we're going to get going by placing down all of these. So the first thing we need to do is place down the 6 blocks that go on the sides here, like that. And there we go. And then we can just kind of huck in the rest of these. And I want to turn off... I actually can't now that I've done that. Okay. I guess it won't matter once we've got the... all the blocks, and it won't matter that we can't turn off that core right now, but we should be able to turn it off once we get the stabilizers in, so I don't think it's going to matter too much. But for now, we cannot turn off this core that's showing us where all the blocks go, so that shouldn't be an issue. Let's see, what else we need here? 3 more out on each side for the redstone. So we'll get those in just like so. Like that, and like this. This is going to be a lot easier to kind of see what we're doing once we've got the redstone in, and then we just need to place the draconium down, so it's going to be a lot easier for that. So we'll get these ones in here. And is that all the redstone? That might be all the redstone. Nope, missing this side. And the top. Alright, so we used 1 full stack of redstone so far. And then hopefully this takes less draconium than redstone. I really need it to, because we don't have that much draconium. Alright, so we'll start getting the draconium in. And we'll just start by doing the top row here. There we go. Just the sides now. And I got the draconium from a builder block, but you can gather it from the end, and the nether, and the overworld. I have 8 pieces I've collected from the overworld, so it doesn't spawn too much, but it shouldn't be too big of an issue. And we may need to make this room just a tiny bit bigger, because I'd like to do a little bit of decorating in this room, and some nice wall designs and stuff. So we're not going to be able to do that if we don't have room to do anything in here. So we'll probably bring these walls out a couple more blocks. And let me stand on this. Come on. Catch up. Give me the block. There we go. Yeah, so if we bring this out, we'll have a little bit more room for the wall here. Because at the moment, we don't have any room at all. So let's get these ones in here. That there. That there. that's right. Yeah. Yeah, it looks right. I don't think we're gonna have enough. We might, but I don't think we're gonna. I think we're gonna be short of just a few blocks. We'll find out right here. If I have 9 left here, oh, we might just make it. We might just make it. Okay, let's get these 3 in. Did I forget any? I don't think I did. I think we're able to get a tier 5. That's actually pretty impressive. I didn't think we were going to be able to do a tier 5 right off the bat. So all we need now is stabilizers, which we can grab. And I guess actually we don't need to... Let me turn it on and we'll find out if we want to bring the walls out anymore. I don't think it's going to look too bad to not bring them out at all. And let's see, we're going to need... We need 9 per side. Times 4 is 36. So we need 36 of these, so this shouldn't be too bad. Let me throw all these redstone blocks in here. What'd I say, we need 36? We can't really shift click these out either, because if you could choose how much you want to shift click out, I mean, that'd be a little weird, but that would definitely be handy right now. So there's 16. 22. It's actually taking a little bit to craft these. 29, 31, 5 more. 1 more. There we go. Okay, so that should do that. And now we should just be able to craft these up. And I think we should have enough diamonds. There we go, 36. Fantastic. That worked out really well. Okay, so these just go straight in the middle block here. So I need to like hover right here. So when I turn around, I'm looking at the block I need to place this on. And these just go just like this. And when you have 1, it just pops in like that. When you've got 8, it pops in like that. But when you put the 9th one in, it turns into a sweet little circle one. And I kind of like the way that looks. So I'm pretty stoked it does that instead of a giant square. And then we just got to do that 3 more times for each wall. And I guess I don't need to like weirdly line that up like that. It won't really matter too much. Because all I've got to do is say 1 block in, 1 block in, and it should be fine. I don't know how many blocks up that is, though. That's probably like 5 blocks up. But it should just be right here. Alright, perfect. And just the 1 more. And we should be able to turn this on immediately. I'm having a tiny bit of trouble lining that up, but I think that's the right one. Height-wise shouldn't matter. Should be right on height. Okay, so I should be able to right-click on this. Everything's valid, so now I should be able to hit activate. Hey, there we go. And then evidently I placed one of these blocks in the wrong spot. I should be able to just break this block. Okay, the server will catch up eventually. There we go. Yeah, I'm thinking definitely bring this out 1 because it's going to catch on this wall here. And this is only a tier 5. I don't know if we're going to go any higher than a tier 5 because this holds 59.3 billion RF, which is quite a bit. We did exceed that in our PeerCraft series. We exceeded the 59.3 billion, but even then, that was way more power than we needed. And this series is going to take a lot less power, and we're actually going to be generating power a lot slower. So I think a 59.3 billion tier 5 is going to be good enough for now. Never mind the fact that the room's definitely not even big enough to do anything bigger than this right now. But we're gonna mine out these walls now and get these the correct size so that probably they're just 1 more block out would be fine. I'm thinking 1 block out would be fine. So let's get going on that. Alright guys, so we're back. You'll notice in that time lapse, I realized about halfway through doing everything that I kind of messed up. I made the dimensions of the room a little bit wrong, so I had to bring every single one of these out by one block, except for, I think, like, I don't, they're exactly the same now, but one of these was right, the other three were wrong, so I had to bring them all out one, and then shorten one of the pillars here, or increase the size of one of them, so that we had one less block space on only one side here. So now these are all symmetrical and looking a lot better. And we've got our nice Draconic energy ball here. But I've started decorating the pillars here, trying to find out what design I like best. And I gotta say, I'm not fond of this one here, and I'm not really liking this one here either. So maybe we can do a little bit of trial and error here and find out which one works best. I do, however, like this design here and this one here. I like this one a lot better though, just because of, like, the purple from Draconic and everything, but also the orange from Draconic as well. So I'd really like to deal a lot with that. My only concern is I don't know how much light these are going to put off, so I want to break this torch here. And we're getting plenty of light in the room, I guess, but that also might be from the glowstone here. So I'm going to knock down this glowstone, and we'll see what we're left with for light. Okay, so I took out the glowstone, and it's actually quite dark in here. But I don't know why I didn't think of this. We can just make a painter, which we just need a little bit more electrical steel, which should be done. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so we could just make a painter and do painted glowstone blocks, and it'll basically look exactly the same as we want it to, except let me get a capacitor for that. That'll run a lot faster. Let's see. Double layers all we got, so we'll throw it in. Okay, yeah. So the blocks will be identical, but this will give off light. Actually, it'll give off light in our hand because of Bach Divine. So it looks exactly the same, but this one gives off light, this one doesn't, and that's kind of what we're looking for. So I think that's what we're going to do, is just paint some of these blocks so that it'll give off light. Because I think the dark and dingy look is okay, but I don't think that's what we want. So maybe we'll put it all together and decide, hey, you know, we don't really want the painted glowstone blocks, and we'll take them out. But we'll see. But I really like the pattern I have here. I just don't know which one I want to do. So the double layer like this that rides up like stairs, I really like. With just the pillar, I think it looks really good. But I think it looks really good on both sides. So I don't know if I want purple on the bottom or the orange on the bottom. So I'm going to debate this a little bit longer, and we'll come back as soon as I've decided. All right, so I think I'm going to go purple bottom with magma blocks. And these are just corrupted wither dust blocks, which are really easy to make, considering I just completely skipped what this is. So basically, I want that. Okay, there it is. So you get the wither dust, and then you just put that in a 4x4, and then the blocks you get from it, you just keep putting into a 4x4 until you end up with this corrupted wither dust. That's what I'm using for the purple blocks here. But I think I'm going to do this on all four. I'm really torn, which in retrospect is probably not going to matter, because if we decide to make this any bigger than a tier 5, we're going to have to move everything here, because it's not going to fit. Actually, it might fit one more. Actually, it might. Let's see. Tier 7? Tier 7 will fit. That's surprising. Don't think a tier 8's going to, though. We can still get in and out if it's tier 8. Actually, is it even showing me anything? It's not, because the builders are inactive. Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay, so if we make this one higher tier, we're not going to be able to keep anything in this room at all, because directly underneath this room is our reactor room. So basically, this isn't going to stay if we improve our reactor, which we may never do. But let's turn that back on. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. So I think yeah, like I said, we're gonna do the purple on the bottom and the magma blocks in the middle here. So I'm gonna tear this down and get these all the same as this one here. All right, so we got all of these pillars in, and they look pretty nice. I'm gonna wait to do the painted glowstone though. I want to maybe finish off the walls here, the ceiling and the floors, just to see maybe we can add some glowstone into here, and maybe it'll look a lot nicer. The actual glowstone block, not painted glowstone, as it kind of shares a texture with these two blocks here. Or maybe we can find a third block that shares this texture and use that as the ceiling and the floor. Maybe it'll just be straight glowstone. Maybe it'll be something else. But we'll just have to wait and see how that ends up looking. But the last thing we've got to do for this these two rooms here is just hook up this power storage Draconic thing, whose name I cannot for the life of me remember right now, to the power receivers, which are right here, the energy pylons. So we should have a couple emeralds left here. Yeah, that'll give us 2. That's perfect. That's all we need. And then we just need some regular glass. Just 2 I'll grab 4 just in case I mess this up. 64 it is, because I messed up putting that in storage. So all we're going to need is... Actually, we just need one of these. So this goes here. And that should have hooked up. Okay, I'll take a look at that. Okay, no, works amazingly immediately. Okay, so this is already doing everything I need it to. So the only thing I need to check is this on and fully working? It's not. So it's just draining the power that's in there. So let's turn it on. And this is going to drain immediately. We're not going to get any reserve power from this. And it should end up being 11,000 something, which is perfectly okay. Casing heat and core heat are fine. So this is done. We're not going to touch this aside from putting more uranium in here, which will probably fill this entire thing with uranium, and then figure out what we'll do from there. But this is filling up pretty nicely straight from here. I don't know if I want to set this up somehow so it comes from the 4 corners here and just go straight in, or if I just want this to come from the middle. But I might just move this over 1 block here. I'm going to do it. Let's see. We get rid of this conduit here. Slap that there. No. There we go. Okay. It's still going to be over 1 block. Yeah, that looks good enough. It's definitely not coming through the elevator, but I'm not going to mess around with it right now. But we can color this done. This is filling up. We've got about 25 million RF in there right now. So the only other thing we've got to do here is supply permanent power. Oh. That's going to be an issue. Can I do this sideways? can't do it backwards like this. No, I can't. That's not what I wanted to do anyway. Let's see. This is what I wanted to do. That there. This here. No, I can't. It's got to be top or bottom. Okay. We're gonna have to come back to that. Because I guess I could switch these two. No, even then, that's going to be really weird. Let me put the... I can't do that either. Well, okay. So this is just going to be really weird for a while, but until we can hook up a conduit going from our power storage to the refined storage, this is going to be really weird. Let me see. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Maybe I can just come back like this. Yeah, I guess I could. That's already hooked up, so all I have to do really is come back 2 blocks here. Destroy my whole floor. Looks great. And then stick this here, right? I can just do that. And then we just need an item conduit, or an energy conduit, to go right there. And turn that to receive power. Okay, we actually might be good. Let me grab some stone. Regular stone. There it is. And patch all this up. And we actually might be good. I was really worried this is going to turn out horrible, but it seems halfway decent. And then we'll just 2v this just like this. And I missed a block there, but that's fine. Yeah, the roof looks fine. Okay, I thought that was going to be a lot harder than it was. Come on, there we go. So now we have permanent power going to all of our stuff here. So we should finally be able to... Creeper. Silently walk away. Oh, and I put a... so I broke the server. I'll fill you guys in on this. So, I put up this... Stupid zombie spider. Come on. Get away from me. Okay, so... I put up this beacon. It's a full beacon with haste 2 so that we can tear everything down there a lot faster. But while I was doing that, I wasn't paying attention, and there was a lot of lag on the server caused by all of our stuff. And I went to say, okay, well, Abby and Summer are recording right now, and I don't want to ruin their stuff. So I came over here, and I was like, oh, pickaxe, okay. And then I was like, well, let me go put up a beacon first, and then it'll be a little easier to tear all this down. So I came back after I put the beacon up, and my hammer was right here. So I was like, all right, let's tear these down one at a time. Had the hammer in my hand and knocked down all of them. It was horrible. I pretty much broke the server for a minute there. Everybody got booted except for me, which I feel really bad about. But after I cleaned this up, so... We've got about 156 64K storage drives in our refined storage right now. If I had Instamined that would have been horrid. So we got 10 disk drives over here so that's 80 64K, which should be more than enough. I don't want to go overboard anymore. And all these chests over here, because I was in a hurry. I was like, I don't know where to throw these. Everybody got kicked. What do I do? So all these chests have the 64K storage drives in them. I just wanted to show. I remembered that happened when I saw the beacon. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. That was pretty bad. But we were coming over here to take down these windmills, which we can do now. So these windmills can just go completely away. And we're going to start, instead of using the energy conduits we have here, we're going to actually start using the Draconic Evolution energy cores, or energy conduits, rather. To transfer power, and we'll just leave that just in case we need it. Let's see, let's drop the glass, get that back. That can go there, and where'd my piece of dirt go? That's not it. Oh, there was no dirt. It was an energy conduit. Never mind. We'll take this one. Just so I can cover up that hole. There we go. Getting sidetracked now, but whatever. So now we should be able to make the Draconic energy conduits. And it should reach from all the way over in our base where we've got that energy storage straight to everything over here. And I think I might leave this here for now. There's not really a reason to move it. But I'm going to put an energy conduit on every single one of these spawners and turn them back on and probably add a couple more. And hopefully that's not too laggy for the server. Hopefully it's not laggy at all, but that should work just fine. But I think there's a spider in my ceiling. Come on. Come on. Not that I'll die from it, but it's just really annoying to be attacked by a zombie. But that's going to do it for this episode, guys. So I appreciate everybody watching, and we'll end the episode right here in this room here. I appreciate everybody watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content in the future. And I'll see you guys in the next episode of me being attacked by zombies here on the PeerCraft server.